Nothing is stopping you. Literally nothing. Just do it. Number 1, the power of your words. Your words shape your reality. Speak life within your dreams. Okay, so anytime someone asks me what I want to do for work, or what I'm going to do with school, or what my plans are in life, me back then, like a year or two ago, would be like, well, I'm planning on maybe being an artist. And as soon as they like look at me weird, I'm like, oh, actually, I'm going to school, and then I'm gonna get a 9 to 5, or I'm gonna work at some like fast food place, and then I'm gonna work my way up, because that is what people expect. And your words form your life. So if I keep saying that to people thinking, oh, well, I'm just only telling them that, I actually ended up framing my mind into thinking that is what I'm doing. The more that you speak about something, the more it shapes into your real life. That is why when you start wanting to notice yellow cars, or you actually start noticing yellow cars, or when you ask the universe to show you a yellow car, to give you a sign for something, you start seeing more yellow cars. That is how manifestation works. You manifest what you see and what you hear and what you know. I actually started manifesting seeing 444 and 333 because those are my favorite numbers, and I'm planning on getting them tattooed here. But those have been my favorite numbers since I was 4 and 3. I constantly say I see 444 and 333 always, because I see it always. So when I started saying that, I started seeing it more. I really wanted to see a new, cooler, like a new house tour from an influencer. Like I seen Larry's, I seen a whole bunch of other people's, and I really enjoyed them. And then the Wizard Liz posted one. So I keep manifesting what I want to see. Even if it's that small, you manifest it. I really wanted ice cream, and then I ended up getting it twice in a row, which isn't very healthy, but I had the chance to get it twice in a row because of how much I'm saying, I always get this, I want this, I get this. You manifest what you see. And when you manifest what you say, you should start saying it more. I am becoming an artist. If they look at you weird, it doesn't matter. I am doing YouTube. And some things are better left unsaid, so they don't put their opinions onto you and their energy isn't on it so much. You should keep whatever you're trying to do pure and in between you and God, or you and the universe. Because some things are meant to do alone. So speak life into your dreams. Say it proudly. Say it as if you're already doing it. Do not let people stop you. If they want to say you can't do that, well, it's too bad. I already am. You can't succeed in that. I was telling my dad that I wanted to get a sports car. I'll put it right here, because I don't remember what it's called, but I seen someone have it and I thought it was really cool. And he was like, do you know how expensive that is? You better have like a good paying job. And I was like, and he said it was like $200,000 or something. And in my mind now, no matter how poor I am, how much money I don't have, and the complete opposite, how rich I am or how much money I do have, I will always see that as a small amount of money. If it's not $1 million, like $1 million is small to me. That's how much I've changed my mind. 200,000, okay. You better have a good job, okay, and I am. Like, I've been told you, I want that car, so I'm gonna get it. Like, don't, and me 2 years ago would have been like, oh, I should listen to my dad. Oh, he knows what he's talking about. But me now is saying, if I want it, I have it, and you're saying that because you think that into your life. You got a car that you think you could afford. I think I can afford that car that I want. Like, don't let people's mindsets and the way that they live their life affect you. Affirmations aren't just positive thinking. They're spiritual declarations. It is so important to know the difference between doing robotic affirmations and genuinely believing it. When you start off with subliminals, manifesting affirmations, most people start off with rewiring their brain, making a good habit of doing good things. And the easiest thing to do that is taking care of yourself. Some people don't know how to do that, so they start saying affirmations. I take care of myself. I love myself. And doing that is so easy, so good to remind yourself to think that way. But actually believing it is working by blind faith, is saying, okay, I believe that. I believe those affirmations. Pick your affirmations specifically, whatever you think works for you, whatever you think speaks for you. Do affirmations like, I love myself, I love who I am, I know I am perfect. And then do affirmations saying, I believe in all of my good affirmations. All of my good affirmations are coming true. And they're not just spiritual declarations. Like, people think that it's just talking. What you say comes to life, and what you think comes to life. And a lot of people don't believe that until they put it into day-to-day things that happen. You get fired from your job. How am I going to get another job? I'm not going to get one. So you don't get one. You have a test and you think, oh, I didn't study. How am I going to know the answers to this test? I'm going to fail. You fail. This one time, I didn't study because I don't usually study for tests. That's just me, though. Sometimes I do. Most of the time I don't. I was like, I'm not ready for this test, and this test is not happening. And then my teacher said the test isn't happening. And this teacher was very on point. And he was very like strict. And when I said that, when I went to the class, I was like, I'm not ready, so it's not happening. And it didn't happen. My friends seen it. And I was like, see, you speak and it comes true instantly. What you say to yourself is what you invite into your life. A lot of people I know meet the same person over and over again. Like my friend, for an example. Let's say her name's Sarah. Her dad is a narcissist. She has a boyfriend that's a narcissist. She has a friend that's a narcissist. Her friend disowns her. She thinks, okay, I'm gonna get another friend. Her friend is a narcissist. Another friend is a narcissist. What you say to yourself is what you invite into your life. A lot of people that struggle with self-love and confidence because they grew up with parents, for an example, that were abusive. So now they speak badly about themselves. They say, oh, I don't exercise, I don't have time. I don't eat healthy, I don't have time. I hate my body because I don't have time. You end up attracting people that do that. You end up attracting a life that will accommodate to those thoughts. And what kind of life do you think accommodates to a loser's thoughts? A losing life. When you start treating yourself better, and when you start saying good things, I exercise because I love myself. I love myself because I exercise. I love my body and I love working. I love my life. When you start saying those things, you start adapting to that life, that lifestyle, and that life attracts to you. The more you believe it, the more you say it, the more it happens. And people always want better friends. They always want a better life. But are you making that life for yourself? God did not make you poor or incapable just to keep you there. You aren't poor and you're not incapable. That's why the saying to depend on God on everything, that is true. See, if you're at rock bottom with this situation, you are depending on God. God is keeping everything together. God put you in this situation, God gave you this blessing. That's what I think depending on God for everything is. But there are things in another sense where you have to do it yourself. You have to think for yourself. If God brought you to life and you were poor or incapable, you can get rich yourself. You do affirmations yourself. You exercise yourself. You get a job yourself. You reach your dreams yourself. Now, in your life, within whatever time of the day, you can do affirmations. You can ask God, what is the meaning of life? What is the meaning? What am I supposed to do in life? That is where you do depend on God. Prayer, Bible, asking Him for help, and knowing that He will take you places. Depending on God doesn't mean slouching over and doing nothing. It means doing affirmations, believing in God, and believing that He can bring you to the promised land, and knowing it and understanding it and knowing that He is capable of that. So it's not just being lazy, it's doing it yourself and knowing that God can take you where He wants you to be and where you want to be by doing it yourself and depending on Him as well. Write down 3 affirmations and say them out loud every morning. It may seem small, But you're over here saying, I don't know where to start. I don't have the motivation. I don't have the discipline. Where people start is always small. If they start off with the big things that these successful people are doing, they did not have that pathway. They skipped the entire road to understanding those big things that those people do. You skipped years or time or minutes learning the small things that they did. 3 affirmations. I love myself. Or when you start your affirmations, a lot of people start with, I want to be rich. I want a healthy lifestyle. I want this. With those 3 affirmations, you say them for 3 days and then you learn, oh wait, it's not I want, it's I am. Those small little things help you learn throughout your life. You cannot do a whole bunch of stuff, stack a bunch of stuff, and expect yourself to do it. And then look at something small and be like, only 3 affirmations, that's going to do nothing. Well, doing nothing is going to do nothing. You doing those 3 affirmations is one step of change. You need to keep stepping. You need to keep going. Do one thing at a time and keep building. Do 3 affirmations. One for like saying that I listen to all my good affirmations. Everything that I want comes true in my life. For mindset. 2, whatever you want in your life right now, you have. I have money. I have this car. And then 3 is more so of a thank you letter. I thank the universe in advance because I know I get everything I want. Those are the 3 affirmations that you should do. Whatever you want. And as an example, learn to drown out the noise. So many times in my life, my entire life, I listened to people because I was innocent and I thought everyone knows more than me, so I listened to them. People around me are not changing. They're not developing a life that I want, and then they're going to give me advice that they did in their life, but they're not where I want to be. If you think about it, if you want to be rich and your family isn't, why do you think you should listen to their advice? Why do you think you should let them tell you what you can and cannot do? God did not give them that dream. God gave you that dream. Listen to God and yourself. Obviously, that's hard. What if it's my mom that's saying that? What if it's my dad? It doesn't matter. I was at a very young age when I realized teachers don't actually know what they're doing. A teacher can give you their opinion and tell you that it's learning, it's the truth, it's education. I had a teacher tell me that a specific word isn't in the dictionary, and a kid looked up the dictionary and seen that the word was in the dictionary, and she was proven wrong the second that she said that. People don't know what they're saying, and not everyone's words is advice or education. It is just their opinion. Your worth isn't up for debate. It's already designed by the creator. It's already happening for you. And you'll start having more confidence by those 3 affirmations every morning. You'll start actually believing it the more that you change for the good, the more healthy affirmations and healthy decisions you make in your life. And a lot of things that people have problems with is not hearing God. I hear him through TV. If a movie says this, if a song says this, I hear him through colors, sounds, what other people say. If a bad thing happens, especially when bad things happen, if someone says something specific, if something happens that is connected to what I'm praying for, what I'm manifesting, I use that as a sign that I'm getting exactly what I want. Like if I'm praying for a house and I'm outside and a neighbor just lost their house, that is an affirmation for me that I am getting my house. Other than the tragedy that they're going through, obviously, I take it as, okay, this is God's sign that I'm getting a house. And you can sit for 5 minutes in silence. You can read the Bible. You can look at mental health books, Jesus books, and search for a message. Say, God, I'm going to flip through a random page, give me a message, open it, and there's your message. I sat for 5 minutes a day, or I meditate, and a lot of people think that it's some sort of like sacred thing, which it is, but beginning of meditation can just be you sitting in silence, listening to a podcast, listening to birds chirping, water, or a certain sound frequency on your phone, or sitting in silence, repeating words. I have everything I want. I have this car. I love this car. I love my life. That can be meditating. Now, I personally went to a professional, meditating place, and they gave me my mantra. You can do whatever you want, but meditating, sitting in silence, just hearing God and not making everything fast. Like, God, what should I wear today? Or, God, what should I do today? And then expecting the answer so soon. Things take time. Number 2, the mirror of self-love. You cannot pour from an empty cup. I've seen so many people die mentally and physically of drowning themselves and draining themselves within, I have to love this person, I have to take care of this person, and they know, oh, I can't pour from an empty cup, but then they keep doing it. I can preach all day, do not pour from an empty cup, but it all comes down to you and how you start to change every day to stop doing that. Stop giving people your all. I spent so many years at school thinking that everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves my all. Everybody should feel welcome. Everybody does, but not everybody wants to feel loved. And it's a hard pill to swallow, especially if you're a kid or a teenager going to high school. Not everybody wants to feel your love. People are surrounded by darkness, and darkness will be annoyed and uncomfortable with the light. People do not like you. Let them. Do not pour from an empty cup. People do not treasure what you can give. A lot of people don't. So stop giving to them. Stop allowing yourself to be in a position where you only get this and that from this person. You can't do it for yourself. Always put work in yourself and God first. Don't ever put yourself in a position where you can't get it yourself, because then you'll end up performing and pouring all of yourself into this person that can provide for you, or you just want friendship, or you want this, or you want that. Stop allowing people to drain you because you think you're so loving, you're so this. People treat me so bad. At some point, you're going to break, and you're not going to see yourself as who you are now. You're going to be mean, you're going to be mad, you're not going to be your true self because you never let yourself understand yourself or love yourself. And at some point of time of you draining yourself and pouring into other people, you're not going to be as loving anymore, and you're not going to see it because you're going to only see, these people are treating me bad. At that point, you're going to be unlovable. You're going to be unlovable for you. You're not going to be able to understand who you are. People aren't going to like you. Let them. And especially if you're always pouring into people and never pouring into yourself, you're going to become a very, very mean person. And people are especially not going to like you. I know this firsthand, seeing people do that. It is not good, and it's not a good look, and you're not going to get anywhere by doing that. And if you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else? People aren't going to believe in you even when you do. Your change won't make other people change. You hold that energy, you hold that aura. Other people aren't going to see, oh, those results are amazing, I like you now. They might even be jealous, oh, she got results. Or they might not even see it. Why, if you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else? Why are you, do you think I could do this? Give me your opinion. If you cannot think for yourself, you don't deserve any type of success. Learn to understand that your opinion is the only one that matters if you're starting a business or if you're starting this. If you're starting, it is all you. It has nothing to do with anybody else. Did God tell you to become partners with that person? Did God tell you to go talk to that person? No. You are because you want to feel comfortable. You want to be leveled. You want to be grounded and understand what another person can understand. You need to be uncomfortable with the thought of maybe this won't work out. Do not ask for, oh, what about this? What about that? Stop constantly serving up to other people's opinions. It doesn't matter. Now, of course, you can ask for advice. Opinions and advice are different things. And not everyone's going to understand what you're doing. I promise you. People especially hate what they don't understand. And a lot of people will be jealous that you get to start in life. A lot of grown-ups tell me, I wish I can start over. I wish I would have went to school. I wish I would have just followed my dreams to make my own business. I hate working here. I hate working a 9 to 5. And when you share your thoughts of, I'm going to start this, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to go here, I'm going to not go to college and I'm going to start my business, I'm going to drop out of school and do this, that is never a good idea to them, because they're continuously thinking, I should have. If they don't even like their life, why would you think that they'd like your thoughts and your new ideas in your life? Your ideas for your life. Not everyone will understand your journey. You don't have to let them. You need to understand what you're doing. You keep going. Don't let anybody stop you. And criticism is a sign that you're doing something amazing. I can't count the amount of times that people have told me to shut up. I'm over-explaining. I'm too sensitive. I'm too in love with the idea of communicating. The amount of people that won't communicate with me, that won't understand where I'm coming from, won't let me understand where they're coming from. I literally heard someone say, oh no, she's talking again. Every single time that that's happened, I've either cried, sobbed, prayed, or just like I just let myself feel it. And I was like, this is a new sign that I'm supposed to be doing this. The hate you get from something is almost definite that you should keep doing it. I get most hate on the things that I create, the things that I decorate, the clothes that I wear, my hair, the way that I express myself, because people are uncomfortable with color. People are uncomfortable with love, with self-love, with confidence. Even if it's fake to me, they see that this is my best self. They don't like it. They don't like when I talk. Because some of you, a lot of you, aren't in the place that you're meant to be forever. No wonder why it's uncomfortable. No wonder why people are treating you bad. It's pushing you to understand that you're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to only go up. And when you think it only goes up from here, when those things happen and you think that affirmation, it only goes up from here, it only goes up from here, those people saying those mean things, when you think that only goes up from here, those are answers from God that you're supposed to do it. I've only gotten, well, not only, but I've mostly gotten hate from things that God keeps telling me to do. Talking, communicating, my art, my singing, everything that I do that expresses and helps me not go into depression, because expression is the opposite of depression. People want to talk about it. People want to complain about it. That is an answer. That is the message from above that you are supposed to do it. Do not let hate tear you down. Let it build you stronger. Those stupid little like quotes that people say, they're true. Listen to them. And fear is a liar. When you're fearing, when you think about it, a lot of times when I'm having anxiety, I take a minute and I breathe and I'm like, I'm literally creating a future that doesn't even exist yet. And a lot of those times it was because of school. That was just traumatic in itself. Or I would imagine that someone was going to yell at me for spending too much or doing too much of this, and it didn't happen. Do not let yourself develop a fear, even if it's already happened. Do not expect it. Of course, be ready for anything, but don't save for a rainy day if you don't want a rainy day to happen. Do not expect something to happen. Do not let yourself drive yourself into fear, because you are only creating a future that doesn't exist yet. If you really think about it and sit down and be like, why am I having anxiety? Because I'm thinking about something that hasn't even happened yet. Fear is a liar. Only have confidence, only have the drive and have the nerve to go up and succeed. Show them your result. Show them that you were right through results and not by words. Keep going and don't let anybody stop you. And I've seen on my iPad, it's an app that I have on my iPad. It's like Bible verses. And it says, in all hard work, there is profit, but the talk of the lips leads only to poverty. I got that when I had this idea for this video. And I was like, that literally is what I'm talking about. You speak life into your life. You speak magic into your work. You can work so hard and create this beautiful life, but you'll never get to the point where you'll never feel fulfilled if you do not feel happy within. If you're not teaching yourself to love every single thing that you have and own. I could have said to my dad, you're right, I can't afford that. You're right, it's going to be really hard to find a job that can't afford that. Why would I listen to someone that's not doing what I want, that's not succeeding in the way that I want? Instead, I said, I have money now and I'll have enough for when I will get it. I'll have enough to change the oil. I have enough to fix the brakes. Why? Because I'm speaking into my life, whether I have it or not. Speak love and divine into your life and see how much that changes you and your life and the people around you. I love you guys. I pray that this video helped you. If you have any video ideas, if you need anyone to talk to, if you need to vent, comment it down. Everyone needs someone to talk to sometimes. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. I love you guys. Bye.